said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Ohio State's offense will go to work first. Those winged helmets flew up and down the field as Michigan won in a blowout last season.
It was a beatdown, and the team up north did some spanking to the team down south. And this was already talked about. This is already a rivalry that you get bragging rights. But when it's a one-sided beatdown, and you're Ohio State, and you had a year to simmer on this, you better respond.
Ohio State got spanked by giant paddles, too. I mean, that was all over the place. And I'll tell you, Michigan, they came out on fire offensively. Explosive plays. They put their speed on display, and they're going to try and do that again this game.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Back to throw, it's Sayin. They're working that left side. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. They'll run the screen. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They're going to run it. Knocked down at the 25-yard line, picked up 10 there, and gets a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double-team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the Big House. Give to the running back. There is nowhere to go. He is stopped, and it'll be 4th down from the 23. And the field goal unit is on the field. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Michigan's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call.
There he goes. through the tackle, and he's got room to run. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Morgan. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, the tight end was in blocking on that play. The quarterback just kind of freaked out. He was just trying to find someone to outlet and dump the football to. He found the tight end. He wasn't expecting it, and as a result, loses yards on the catch.
The Wolverines have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Scanning the field, it's Underwood. The quick out. Finds a crease at the 20. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Slings it downfield. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down. One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio State defined by explosive pass plays.
Yeah, and you can call yourself whatever you want. A lot of people claim different things like wide receiver U, but when you look at Ohio State, the past several years, going back 10 years probably, you can pick so many big names of guys who have been superstars, not only at the college level, but also at the NFL level.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Gets it past the marker. Dragged down at the 46 after a pickup of 5 and the 1st down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Now the play fake. He's going to throw deep right side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Ohio State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Give the guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that. Dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day 1.
Back to throw. It's Sayed. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. To the air on first down. He's got it. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
That's a really nice pass. You can see why this guy right here gives the Michigan faithful reason to be optimistic. You know, for years we know Michigan has always been good at running the football, but they've got to be able to throw. They've got to be more consistent making big plays through the air. This guy gives them that chance.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Big moment in recruiting last week. 4-star defensive back, gives a verbal commitment. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Obviously, the adjustment of speed is a big deal, but that's why you go get a 4-star guy like this. I mean, he's got speed. He plays so many DBs at one time. This is a position I feel like you can transition to college really well. The expectations for him are going to be high.
Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. He's got an open man. Touchdown, Michigan. All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They've scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line this week.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Caught near the sticks. It's Porter. He'll be pushed out of bounds at about the 33-yard line.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Get it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to the football, trying to get that elusive guy on the ground.
And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And good job by the defense. The defense clearly knew where they were going with the football. Double coverage out wide, making sure they don't give up a touchdown to that guy. Nice job by the defense.
Got it. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Temple is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Hall of Famer Joe Klecko should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Memphis. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Used the play fake, now to throw. Got him downfield. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Wolverine. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They are set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Looking downfield, it's Sayed. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Buckeyes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Smith. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Looking to throw on first down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Even with minimal gain on the return, they're working with a short field from the 36. One final play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. Finds his man. It's Morgan. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. First play of the period will be a second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. Sweet punt there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They've climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is now, can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
The give to the lone running back.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. We saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Wolverines are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Unloads to the wideout. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Unloads to the right. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And they are fortunate to avoid the turnover as the fumble goes out of bounds. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Flips it out on the screen. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. How about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. And close to the marker, it's Haynes. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Off play action on 1st down. Fires downfield. He makes a catch. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Single back formation, and they give it to him.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Ball. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Buckeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it.
Turning it on. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the 1st down.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the 2nd half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
And with the extra point, they're now down 31-17. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Greg.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
The Wolverines with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Find some fresh air. He's loose down the middle. At the 30. The tag. Touchdown, Wolverine. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Looking for room at the 40. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Quickly complete. Makes a man miss. On his feet at the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, this defense is being challenged, and this secondary in particular. And I know a DB made the tackle there, but we're only in the second quarter, and already this quarterback has over 200 yards passing.
Makes the grab. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Buckeyes have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Here's the pressure. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. First and goal. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Trying to find the end zone. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Ohio State.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines, being like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Pocket breaking down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Well, you got to love that if you're on defense, because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure, and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
They'll run play action. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over, because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Punt is in the air. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when the Wolverines and Buckeyes get together, and a fun first half to boot. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Ohio State plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And the Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue wing helmets on offense. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Haynes. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Haynes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
One of the things I love about college football, guys, the good old option play. I know the game's changing and we're moving to tempo and spread, but the option is still well and alive. QB pitched it to his tailback to see what he can do.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Looking for room, it's Haynes. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Michigan! Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and he'll loft one deep down the left side. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Right on the money. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that first down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab past the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. On the run, it's Ball. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the left. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Finds his big tight end. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? He'll go to the sneak. Sneaks it in.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Getting set for the point after. Right down the boulevard. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Syracuse is currently ahead in this one, but I don't see Jim Brown or Ernie Davis or even Donovan McNabb out there. This team has struggled to pull away. They're up by 7 over Cal. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my...
Breaks into the open. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big game.
It's complete on the right side. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerbach or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They built a comfortable lead, and Michigan is firmly in control.
Hail to the victors has been playing. This team has handled the moment, handled the game as well as any Michigan team we've seen. They know every year this will be a fight, but Michigan has brought it, and Ohio State hasn't responded.
And I think Michigan has just done a better job executing here in the second half. I love the way they've mixed in the run with the pass offensively. Defensively, they're doing a great job communicating. They're just the more locked-in team here late in the game.
First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Pressure coming. Hit as he throws. Complete to the right. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. On the move, it's Ball. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Got it in the middle, it's Porter.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
The short hands, it's Roberts. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
And the Buckeyes get it past the sticks. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on 1st down. Oh, they're after him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Buckeyes are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success, but on that play, really downhill, really...
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play. The wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
Back to throw, it's Underwood. Quickly complete. He's knocked down just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up 4th down. The Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Hands it off. There he goes. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got him. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Rushes on him. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. No matter how many times they tell you to look for it, it is tough to defend a perfectly executed screen.
Yeah, because I'm trying to go get the quarterback, and everything looks like pass, but when you see it, when you see that screen, you got to retrace your steps, get back in the play. Nice job by the offense. The defense just has to recognize that a little bit sooner.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they've put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Finds his man. It's Ball. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 1st down run in the red zone. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd and goal, they go right back to it. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And they'll try to bite a chunk out of this lead on 3rd and it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He goes down after the short return, but won a play to get the football back. Bunch formation for these receivers. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. And he's ridden to the ground, but there's also a flag down. Let's check the call. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. He'll do it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Buckeyes! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Love to see the defense still fighting hard this late in the game. Great job jumping the route, catching it, takes it back for a touchdown. Not too much time to celebrate, though. You're still trailing in this game. You still got some work to do, but no doubt that play is going to give this defense a little bit more confidence.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. On the ground, it's Haynes. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do. They'll
mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with the big lead, he's still taking shots.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage.
Turning it on! Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. This time stopped in the backfield and finding the sledding a little tougher than on that last run.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with the lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football.
And this drive feels like it's just gone on forever, right? The clock is just ticking away. The defense is aware of that. It's got to be frustrating because you just allowed another first down. Fresh set coming up. You've got to do something to stop.
Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Michigan. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win. What an explosive. Oh, they block it. He's got it. He can take this back for two. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to sling it on second down. Got it in the middle, it's ball. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. Here's a heat. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The short hands, it's ball. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here. And this guy, David,
deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And there's still life in this team. Obviously, they're down here in the fourth quarter, but they're able to execute the onside kick. They retain possession, And now let's see what happens.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
He's out of bounds, and they'll say he got it to the 45. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. They'll try to power their way ahead. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. At the 35, he's loose. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping up the big play.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
1st and 10 for the offense. He'll keep it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Guys, let's chat about Michigan. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around much.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After losing yardage on first down, 2nd and goal from the 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Looking to get it in. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
They'll run it here on 3rd and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. Defense will take a timeout with 28 seconds left. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Never a doubt. And that lead grows even bigger. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Catch in the middle, it's ball. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. To the air on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Step 1 by this offense complete. Really nice job. They had to get the touchdown. Now we got to go for the 2-point conversion, cut this thing to 8, so we got a chance to tie the game late with some late game heroics.
Looking to throw. He's into the end zone for the 2, and we've got a 1-possession game here in the 4th. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. They cross out all of the M's on campus. They call them the school up north. But this year, Ohio State will have to call Michigan the victors in the game as they plant their flag in this rivalry for another year. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.